Hello, my name is Elio Quintero, and with my partner Brian Scott, we're gonna present about Ming architecture. So the name comes from the Ming Dynasty that was founded by Xu Xuanshan, a commander who seized the power after the Xuan Dynasty weakened and succeeded it, and was later followed by the Qing Dynasty afterwards. The Ming architecture emerged during the Ming Dynasty that lasted between 1368 and 1644, which was a time of political stability, economic growth that enabled advancements in architectural design. Some of its key achievements were the reconstruction and expansion, which strengthened agriculture, improved communication routes, and initiated major construction projects. It revolutionized trade and cultural exchange, particularly with Europe and Japan, that boosted the economy and cultural diffusion. And it also improved artistic development, which became a golden age for pottery, literature, and theater and drama. Its decline and fall was at the last decades of the dynasty. Economic struggles appeared due to natural disasters and epidemics, and it was eventually overthrown by the Manchu invasion in 1644, which marked the transition to the Qing dynasty afterwards. The style was prominent all throughout China during the Ming dynasty, particularly in major cities such as Beijing and Nanjing, the Forbidden City being a prime example of its popularity. It was influenced by early Chinese architectural traditions, especially those of the Song and Yuan dynasty, and incorporated many principles of symmetry, harmony, and organization, which were deeply rooted in those traditional Chinese beliefs. Definitely the most important person during this era was the Emperor Yongle, whose name was Xu Di. He was the third emperor during the Ming dynasty, and he reigned from 1360 to 1424, or he lived during 1360 and 1424. And he commissioned the construction of the Forbidden City, that ended up playing a pivotal role in shaping the rest of Ming architecture. But he also commissioned the Taoist architectural complex and Mount Wudan and the Nanjing porcelain tower, which were known for their vibrant and glazed tiles. The style signifies a period of cultural recovery and expansion, which led to a widespread renewal of traditional arts, such as the mentioned before pottery, and even though surpassing the standards set by the previous Song dynasty and Chinese painting. The style was invented in order to integrate new construction techniques that allow it to show its grandeur and rich ornamentation. The Ming architecture was also used to experience a new renaissance in China in general. Well, the buildings were built with noble materials such as stone and decorated with ceramics and glazed bricks. And the roofs in particular were designed with such attention to detail that they became the most recognizable features of Chinese architecture globally, and we can still see it to this day. Some of the most important examples were the Forbidden City in Beijing, which at first was created to be an imperial palace. Nowadays, it's a museum with ancient artifacts. We have the Temple of Heaven, which was a ritual site for emperors to pray for prosperity. Next, we have the Imperial Tombs of Shenlin, which showcased the burial practices of the era. And last but not least, the Great Wall of China, which was fortified during the Ming Dynasty and expanded. And nowadays it's a 4,000 kilometer long construction. As Ming architecture was really rooted in the traditional Chinese architecture, it didn't really influence directly to exterior styles of the period, but it did influence internal styles in some aspects of such as numerology, particularly the use of the number 9, which was considered a good omen for constructions, and the incorporation of the Feng Shui, which was a form of organizing objects and spaces in order to create a sense of harmony and connection between humans and their surroundings. It ended up influencing the positions of windows, doors, and even the orientations of buildings. Some of the main elements of this style were definitely, as mentioned before, the steep roofs, the projecting eaves, and decorations with dragon and phoenix motifs. Lastly, we have some of the materials that were used during this era, which includes primarily wood, brick, and stone, with timber frame structures like those found in palaces and temples, were a particular hallmark of the period. Wood was a fundamental building material that was used for the main framework of buildings, and supporting frameworks such as the dugon, which we can find here, that was primarily used to support roofs, both in the exterior and interior. We have the use of bricks that were incorporated into many various structures, from the Great Wall to common homes, and they were particularly useful in areas of rough terrain. And last, we have stone, which was used for walls and foundations, in some cases as a decorative element, with specific types of stone used, such as limestone, granite, and marble.